Oh, welcome to another edition of Booster Bestiary. Oh, I'm your host, Dustin Knight. Pleased to bring you these here booster packs that we're going to convert into Pathfinder 2nd Edition monsters. Before I do, I have a little bit of news. First, though, I seem to have the wrong camera settings on. There we have it. That looks considerably better. All right. So, first things first, my shows from now on are going to be roughly an hour long, maybe a little longer. I finally have as many subscribers as I need to get affiliate status here on Twitch. Just need to up my hours. So, going to be doing a little longer shows. Usually they go about 45 minutes. Now I'll be going an hour. So you could go straight from my show over to Arcane Mark or whatever other stream I happen to be promoting that day. Yes, DeFox. Yes, I love this shirt so much. My mom actually got for me for Christmas. It's just been too chilly to wear a shirt, but it's starting to warm up now. I love it. It reminds me a lot of Kaioshin, which is the Everybody Games iconic fighter. The cherry blossoms and the fox together. I don't know. I really like it. Love it, love it, love it. I think it's become my favorite shirt, actually, but only for special things like streaming shows or going out to conventions, which hasn't happened yet. Anyway, since I got it. All right, so also want to point out that on Friday, if everything goes to plan, Infinite Reviews will be doing a full biased review of Borikubos, The Lost Isles. I got my paper copy, been reading through it. Love this book. It's a campaign setting for 1E, 2E, and 5E. But I'll be reviewing the Pathfinder 2nd Edition version from Legendary Games. You could find the PDF in the book on DriveThruRPG or Legendary Games website. I was a contributor. I wrote many of the archetypes and the base class, the shaman, in this book, and all the other stuff. My own stuff I like, of course, and the teams I worked with that I love, but the other stuff in here is really cool. The setting itself is awesome. I've never seen any setting like it. There's just so much cool stuff in this book. Like, I would love to run a whole campaign off this, but because it is an island setting, it honestly could fit in any campaign. Just, hey, here's an island. It happens to a series of islands. It's Borikubos, so here's all the stuff you need for it. Which I really love that in settings. Very similar to what Battles of Bestiary is doing with their island setting, as you could drop it into your existing game. So, yeah, very cool, but I will get more about that on Friday, and you will see more ads about that later, as today is Booster Bestiary. I thought, and No Direction last night was really special to me. I mean, I'm just going to be self-aggrandizing here. They had quite a few shout-outs to me, but more importantly than anything I've done, Queer Finder, they did a full review with the team behind that, and it was an amazing interview. Really, really fun. So you should really check out No Direction's show from last night. It was really cool, and it was a blast. Like, everyone had a really fun time. They were all big fans of Pathfinder, and Queer Finder itself is an amazing product that you should all pick up, because in 6 more days, any minute now, let's say that, any minute now, the price for Queer Finder is going to go up. On Valentine's Day, specifically, I believe it is, they are going to increase the price. So, I mean, they're going to stop the sale, go to the full price. So, seriously, pick it up now, while you still can get it for that, because it's an awesome product. I've already used it in my campaign. Like, there's an encounter there I already used in my campaign, and I have plans on using one of the bars in it, some of the NPCs. Like, it's a really fantastic product. It's totally worth the title of one of the best-selling Pathfinder Infinite products out there. But let's move on to some monster creation. Once I find there we have it. Oh, and it's train o'clock here. I don't know if you could hear the train over my mic or not, but that is a thing. All right. So let's see. Today's the 8th. Not next week, but the week after. Shipping willing, I should get the Neon Kamigawa packs, which I'm really excited to see Neon Kamigawa. There are Kami, there are tons of stuff I could convert to Starfinder, maybe. That would be kind of exciting. Tons of Kitsune, tons of Samurai, Ninja, all with a cyberpunk aesthetic, magia cyberpunk. It just looks like a great set, and I'm definitely my first Neon Kamigawa pack. You'll just see 6 Neon Kamigawa packs on here because that's how excited I am for this set. I'm just super excited for Neon Kamigawa. The artwork is fabulous. The mechanics look super fun. Like, everything about it, it's just a win-win-win-win-win. That's awesome. All right, so let's go ahead and see what we got here. I'm going to reroll that. A 2, Called Helm. All right. Now, I'll probably be able to do at least one more, so I just want to get this out of the way. A 3 and a 6. All right, so we'll do Called Helm, and if we have time, we'll do an Adventure of the Forgotten Realms, and if we have time, we will do a Gates of Chaos. Awesome. All right. So Called Helm, the Nordic set, released last year? 2021? I think so. I think it was winter 2021. Yeah. A lot of... there's a lot of demons in here, actually. I really like doing demons for some reason, especially recently. They're very evocative. And the flavor, you could add so much with just the flavor. So here we have, let's get that in the light. Maybe a little too much light. Yeah, there we have it. Breakneck Berserker. It is a dwarf berserker. It's haste. It's a fast dwarf berserker, so it's a surprisingly fast dwarf. Go for the knees. The last giant who tried to get past us got rolled back down onto the mountain in a dozen pieces. All right, that actually does. First, I was like, this is so generic, I can't do anything with it. But you could have a dwarf who goes for PC's knees, I guess. It's a possibility, and tries to push them off cliffs. That's a thing. Warhorn Blast. It makes creatures bigger. All right. Mists of Litjara. Enchanted creature or vehicle gets -3/-0. So it's fog. It makes it hard to see. It gives people concealment. Might want to add that to a creature. Masked Vandal, a changeling, meaning it's every type at the same time. Wouldn't that be weird in Pathfinder? As a ability, you have every creature trait. I guess it would just say, like, for purposes of all abilities that target this creature, you are considered to have every trait. Like, would that even come into play? I don't know. I mean, oh yeah, paladins, the tenets, the paladins, the oaths, that would come into play there, huh? Because you'd be considered like an undead, a demon, a dragon, a humanoid. Kind of the worst of everything. It wouldn't really help the creature, though, like it does in Magic. So when it enters the battlefield, you may exile a creature card from your graveyard. If you do, exile target artifact or enchantment opponent controls. That would be an interesting ability as if an allied creature is killed, it could spend 2, maybe 3 actions to cast like a Dispel Magic on someone. I could see it. Skull Raid makes somebody discard cards. Yep, it takes away their thoughts, takes away random spells. The Jarl of the Forsaken, a zombie cleric. When it enters the battlefield, destroy a target creature or planeswalker opponent controls that was dealt damage this turn. It has Foretell. So you're kind of an oracle who foresees people getting killed, and you could do extra damage to them. Kind of fun. Open the Omen Paths. Yep, it makes creatures bigger. It adds mana. That's actually a pretty cool spell. Huh. Oh, it costs 3. Never mind. If this costs 2, I'd totally play it in my Tron deck. Not Tron. Rada Commander combo deck. Struggle for Skemfar. Struggle for Skemfar. Put 1/1 counter on target creature you control. Then target creature fights up to 1 target creature you don't control. Foretell. You may pay that, exile it, and come into play later. It could go on Masked Vandal, but like I'm not sure what more it would do. I guess power it up, and it can target 1 creature, and it can only attack that creature. Okay, no. All right. Raven Wings, you could throw it on. I could make any of these creatures in this pack flying if we want to. Ravenous Lindworm. I don't think I'm going to make a Lindworm flying. That would just be a dragon, or like a evil Colotl. It's a Lindworm. It's a big worm. It gains life because it hunts things. That I'm already bored. Clarion Spirit. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, create a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying. I mean, casters already have a rough time in Pathfinder 2. Do I really want... I guess it would be an ally caster. When the allied caster casts every other spell it casts, it creates another token. It summons a small spirit. That's kind of cool. That's in the maybe pile. The Trickster God's Heist. Is this? No, it's Kamigawa's where they flip. So these are sagas. They for newer Magic players, you'd they come into play with a counter, and you get the top ability, and then the next turn it levels up and you get that ability, and the next turn it levels up and you get that ability, and then they go away. They're enchantments. It's a really cool mechanic. They've now seen play in 3 different sets. It was made by Richard Garfield in Dominaria, and it shows because it's so cool, evocative, easy to like figure out how it works. Super easy to figure out how they work. I love them. All right, Kaya's Onslaught. Gives someone double strike. It makes somebody attack really fast, really hard. Oh, cool. Some alternate. Ooh, a werewolf. Ooh, a legendary snow creature god. Jorn, the god of winter. Whenever he attacks, you untap each snow permanent you control. Okay, that's pretty cool art, isn't it? Very Western comic book style-y. And it flips into Cauldron the Rime Staff. So he is equipped with Cauldron the Rime Staff, which is itself a snow artifact, so it will untap whenever he attacks. You may play target snow permanent card from your graveyard this turn. If you do, it enters play tapped. Alright, I think I want to work on him. That's really cool. He's going to be difficult to do for sure, but there's a lot of flavor there. Like, if somebody else has something else they want to do, that would be cool, but I think this was the only snow card we got, too. Well, we did get Jarl of the Forsaken, but it wouldn't synergize with this very well. It's too much text. So I think I want to do him. Yorn, the God of Winter. Let's pull him up here on Scryfall. Let's get rid of this camera and go to our website. Last time we did Saruchi Rin, the Bounty Hunter. Let me turn that off. It's hurting my eyes. Great. So last week we did Saruchi Rin, the Bounty Hunter. She was pretty much taken for the Bounty Hunter from Game Master Guide and given additional abilities, Fearful Volley being my favorite. Basically strikes arrows near somebody, but not necessarily at them, to do a very strong demoralize with no language or range restriction other than the ability to hit them with the bow. Scryfall. This is Jorn. Jorn, God of Winter. Oh, wow, he has cool art. But we cracked the other art, so I'm using that. Alright, so open image and new tab. Open image and new tab. Let's do this. Gatherer. We have Yorn. We have Yorn's cool staff. This was by Wolf Skull Jack is the name of this artist, huh? Wolf Skull Jack. I've never heard of that artist before. He does Wolf Skull Jack artist. He does, I think he does album covers. Metallica, he did the cover for Metallica album, it looks like. So he does like metal album covers. That's pretty cool that they got him as a yeah, he does covers for the Metallica albums. Is his like looks like his primary thing. That's really cool. Okay, so that's the artist. That's neat. All right, cool. That's real metal. I can see why Wizards was like, we're doing a Viking set. We should get some people who do metal album covers to be our artists. Oh, that's pretty cool. You know, I still have a sealed box here of Secret Lair, the metal album edition. It was all done by people who do metal album covers. So, like, I could crack that and we could make something. I forget what cards come in that. I think there's a zombie assassin in there. But, yeah, so that'd be fun. Someday. All right, let's go. By someday, I mean next time. All right, so this does say God, but like they mean more like spirit, outsider. You know, I mean he's a 3/3 for 3. He's not indestructible. He's not like a god in Pathfinder terms. You know, he's good. He's really good. He's like how Tree Razor has stats, but he's not like a level 25 like Tree Razor. Nowhere near. It's just funny because they didn't actually give Tree Razor any. There's no trait that they gave Tree Razor to make him a god. Just looking at that now. Let's put him in here. Yorn, God of Winter. Let's reset his stats. New monster. Yorn, God of Winter. Alright, so let's make him like a level 6. He is Animating Dead. Let's make him a level 7. Because he is... I mean, I know he's only a 3/3 for 3, but he has cool abilities. So Yorn, God of Winter. What? Does anyone know what this guy's alignment should be? I mean, he is Animating Dead, so he's not going to be good, right? Yorn, God of Winter. MTG Wiki? Yorn. Yorn is the Scody god of winter. He's an exceptional tracker who knows the swiftest, safest paths across and between every realm. An exceptional tracker fascinated by the natural world, he spends decades on end alone in the wilds. He can predict storms years before they arrive and can control weather around him, but he prefers to let nature take its course. Sounds neutral to me. Then where does his staff come in? He's based on Skadi, the Norse goddess associated with bow hunting, skiing, winter, and the mountains. He was the only person asked for help. Why does he flip into Cauldring the Rhyme Staff? Gotta look that up. Cauldring the Rhyme Staff. MTG Wiki. Maybe he found the Rhyme Staff in the world. Cauldring the Rhyme Staff. I'm gonna say he found it if it doesn't say it in here specifically. Yeah, there's nothing in his wiki article about like if he found the staff or what that means. Maybe on the... Oh, here we go. Oh, I found it. In the flavor text of the not really badass version, it says, as the sagas tell it, Yorn collects a sliver of ice from every realm he visits. So he collects a sliver of ice and he puts it on the staff. The staff is formed of all these different slivers from different worlds. And that's why he can kind of conjure the dead. Snow dead, specifically. So we're going to give him... I'm going to look up real quick the word snow in Archives of Nethys, because we're going to need that in our search terms eventually anyway. So let's definitely make him unique. So he'll be unique. He will be... He's like a nature spirit, isn't he? Angel... Belize... Is celestial? I almost want to say celestial. What are Valkyries? Valkyries are a thing in 2E, right? Yeah. It should be whatever type of Valkyrie is. Come on, Google, you are faster than AON search engine. They are Aesirs. Oh yeah, he's an Aesir. Yeah, he's total Aesir. Great. Alright, so his type here will be Monitor. Aesirs are a type of Monitor. That's neat. So he's a unique. He is neutral. He is an medium Aesir. Is he medium? I mean, look at him next to that bear. Yeah, he's medium. That's not a bear. That's a wolf. Yeah, he's medium. He's totally medium. Cool. I forgot to put... There we go. Medium, Aesir, unique, wolf. For languages, we will give him Jotun Common. Jotun... let's give him tongues. Because he does go from world to world. Yeah, that'll work. Can you italicize by using asterisks? Does that work? No, it doesn't. Underscores? Nope. Man, if anyone knows how to italicize on... Nope, that just gets rid of it. Alright. Cool, tongues, that's fine. Maybe it goes here. Nope. Alright, cool. Let's give him... He's a 3/3. He's more a caster with that wand, maybe. Let's look here at base roadmaps. So, do you guys think he's a magical striker, skirmisher, spellcaster? Maybe a wisdom skill paragon. He's kind of a wisdom skill paragon. If he's a tracker, I could see that. Yeah, I like that. Okay, we're going to make him a wisdom skill paragon. I enjoy that. I think the medicine's a little high. We should give him higher nature than medicine. I still like him having medicine because, I mean, you know, he's out there in the wilds and the wilderness. It makes sense to me. I think his religion's a little too high. It shouldn't be that high. Stealth is fine. Survival's fine. I definitely want to give him athletics because he is a god and he might want to push someone around. I'll give him intimidate too. He looks pretty intimidating to me. Intimidate's charisma based. Yeah, let's just give him a 17 there. Diplomacy, nah. I know it's weird to. Let's give him a low diplomacy because he's out on his own all the time. Let's give him a low deception because he's out on his own. The only reason I give him the diplomacy and the deception in the first place is because he's more of an NPC I could see people wanting to talk to. Should he have a special lore? Does the Valkyrie have a special lore? It does not. Yeah. Snow lore, ice lore. Nah, he doesn't need lore. He's fine. This is good. This would be hunting lore, but that'd just be survival. Oh, I gotta up his survival. He's a god of survival. He needs extremely high. In fact, let's give him extreme would be 20. Let's give him 21. He's going to be one higher than extreme on survival. I did it. I did it, and I am not ashamed. Let's give him Cauldring the Rhyme Staff as his items. I'm sure he has more items than that, but that's the one that matters. So that's the one we will list. Let's give him a 30-foot speed. Let's give him a 25-foot speed. 25 feet. 25 feet. All right. AC. Let me think. He's only a 3/3. He's not that. He's just moderate. You know, just give him moderate AC, moderate hit points. It's nothing much. But high fort because he's out in the wilderness all the time. Moderate reef. He's a wisdom base, so high fort and high will. But low reflex? Okay, let's just lower his fort a little, because he has reflex. Okay. We're going to give him, he has the high con, he has the high strength, the low dex. That's fine for him. Intelligence is kind of low. Let's lower his charisma a little bit, and raise his intelligence just a little. That's good. Okay. And extreme wisdom. That's good. Under saves, let's go. Oh, no, we'll put that under immunities. So he'll be immune to cold damage. For sure. I also want to look at monsters and see if there's anything with the word snow in it. I searched that over here. Equipment, feats, hazard spells, monsters, Ancient White Dragon, Blizzardborn. There we go. Cold. Should I give him the cold type as well? Oh, he has snow. He's a snow permanent. So yeah, I'm going to give him cold. So he's going to be a cold Aesir. Cool. Cold gets cold immunities. Perfect. As an Aesir, he will have dark vision. So let's go to perceptions, give him high, give him dark vision. Let's see if the... Oh, and snow vision. Do we need to define that? Yeah, we do. It goes under special abilities. It goes under general. Snow vision and no actions. Simply Yorn ignores the concealed condition from falling snow. Great. Let's give him an extra plus. He doesn't need any bonuses. He's good. Okay, that's good. All right. Great. All right. Should I give him spells? No, he's a ranger. I mean, I know they have some spellcasting rangers, but no, he's a fighter-ish. He's a skilled thing. He isn't casting spells. Saves, resistances, weaknesses. No, we're good with that. We're good with that. Let's look at the Valkyrie real quick, though, and see if Aesirs have any special resistances or weaknesses I should know about. They resist electricity, but I think that's just the Valkyries who do that, not every Aesir. Attack of opportunity, recall the fallen. And their dying value is 2 or less, restores hit points. Calmer of the slain, Raven speak. Nah. I give him wolf speak. That'd be cool. Tongues. Wolf speak. And we are going to copy and paste that straight out of the Valkyries. Alright, so special abilities. Wolf speak. Yorn can speak with wolves, and they can have up to 3 wolf servitors with the cold trait and immunity to cold who follow his commands. Yorn can constantly observe whatever their commanded wolves sense. Cool. So So that only makes him a threat, because now he has 3 wolves with him, probably. I mean, I know it would add to the XP of the encounter, so it's not like it's actually making him stronger. It's just kind of telling the GM how to account for the encounter. But it's still a thing. I like it. I think it's cool. Go general, no actions. Awesome, wolf speak. All right, let's go ahead for attacks. Let me look at Yorn's other artwork real quick, see if he has a weapon on him other than this cool staff. He does not. Looks like a baller, though. Oh, he has foxes. No, those aren't foxes. Those are weasels on his main art. Darn. Okay. Well, let's... oh, I can't say that without showing it to you, though, right? Here's what I'm looking at. Here's Yorn's other artwork. He's a baller. He's just lying there in the snow. Snow doesn't hurt him. He can't get too cold. I love the effect of the aurora coming off his body. That's really pretty, isn't it? That's so cool. Reminds me of my Pathfinder and Starfinder Sukakitsu. But yeah, that's a really cool artwork. Love the little weasels too. It makes me want to give him weasel speak instead, actually, which is funny because that's like a term. I'm gonna give him weasel speak instead. I think that's a lot funnier. Plus, like, wolves actually could do stuff in combat, whereas ravens and weasels not so much. So that helps a lot. Commanded weasels sense. Great. That's a lot better. Because the problem is, like, Aesir usually gets some little animal to help them out like that. They usually don't have wolves, which are like combat efficacy. You don't want wolves. So let's give him his damage here. He'll have a melee strike. It'll be moderate. Moderate, maybe even high. Somewhere between moderate and high. That'll be a plus 17. It will have the cold trait. And it will do somewhere between moderate and high damage. And he has a plus 4 strength. So I want to use plus 8. So let's do 2d... Let's do 1d10 plus 8. And then how do you do plus additional damage? Is anyone sure how you format plus additional damage on a creature? Let's look up really quick. Oh, you just write it out there. So 1d8 plus a bludgeoning plus 1d6 persistent cold. That's good. Oh, I put 1d20? No. No. You do not. I do not want to do 1d20 damage, sir. That is no bueno. No bueno at all. 1d10 plus is the bludgeoning plus cold. Yeah. And this will be named after his Cauldring the Rhyme Staff. It's a staff. Maybe I should give it two-handed. Two-handed d10, and then make it do base d8. That'll work. Cool. Yep. And now we need the ability for the actual staff. So, Cauldring the Rhyme Staff. Alright, so this will bring things back from the dead. It will function as one of my favorite summon spells, which would be Undead. Animate Dead? Question mark? Yes, Animate Dead. So let's do Animate Dead. He is a level 7 creature, so he could go up to... summoning with as a creature is always a pain. Level 7, probably summoning up to level 5. Okay, yeah, I know how to do this and make it balanced. So level 5 would be a 5th level spell, summons level 5, how convenient. So that would be like a Harpy Skeleton, a Poltergeist, a Scaveling. Okay, yeah, that works fine. Is it undead, though? Cauldring the Rhyme Staff. Snow permanent card from your graveyard this turn. Yeah, it's black and blue. It's undead. Alright, so traits, Necromancy, Cold. Sure. Cold and Necromancy. This is a 2-action. Yorn can use the power of Cauldring to imbue the dead with the winters of other worlds, commanding them to fight to protect his winter domain. Yeah, that works. This functions as animate dead, comma, heightened to 5th level. How is breath weapon cooldowns done? I know that sounds weird, but I am doing this like a breath weapon. On cooldowns, at least. So I want this to have a cooldown because it taps, and then he untaps when he attacks. So that will say... Here it is. Yorn can't use this ability again for 1 minute. And then... Snow renewal? Snow icy infusion. Let's call it that. Why not? Offense, none. When Yorn scores a critical hit with a strike, it recharges Cauldring the Rhyme Staff. Oh, this functions animate dead, heightened to 5th level, comma, except the undead gains the cold subtype and comma, immunity to cold, comma, and weakness 10 to fire. There we go. Cool. So he makes icy undead. That's fun. Heightened to 5th level? That's too much, I just realized. It should be heightened to 4th level. There we have it. Alright, there we have it. Yorn the God of Winter. Fun. Alright. Let's just save this so I can post it to social media. What time is it anyway? 34 after? Cool, we got more than enough time for another one. Awesome, awesome. So, other news. As long as I'm thinking about it. Booster Bestiary, Yorn the God of Winter. What other news do we have? Oh, yeah! How could I forget that? Anyone who has been following Paizo will see that the Lost Omens travel guide was announced. Oh man, super cool. Go away, malware fighter. Super cool. Let me pull that up even. Travel guide. It looks so pretty. So I have been announced as an author of this book. So super hyped there. Super grateful and excited to have this be a book that I'm on. But yes, check that out. Look at how cool it is. All right, so this has been described as See the Scenic Inner Sea with Lost Omens Travel Guide. This book is your companion to culture, life, and sights of the Inner Sea, guiding you through a variety of topics and interest. With this book, you can learn about the Inner Sea cuisine and art, experience the thrills of the Inner Sea sports, and uncover the secrets of Inner Sea myths and magic. The travel guide features dozens of illustrations to show you the fine details of the latest fashion or put you into the center of one of the Inner Sea's greatest festivals. Come learn everything about the Inner Sea and prepare yourself for a journey through an unforgettable region with Lost Omens Travel Guide. Written by Rigney Bendel, Dana Abert, Dustin Knight, Aaron Lescano, Ron Lundeen, Stephanie Lundeen, Iona Natadavid, not if it did. I'm so apologize already for mispronouncing that. Dave Nelson, Jessica Redekop, Nathan Renecki, Mikhail Rekun, Aaron Roberts, Simone Salier, and Diego Valdez. So yeah, a lot of people have wanted this kind of a book for years and years and years. We're really excited. I'm really excited to see this. Kind of a gazetteer to the Lost Omens setting and everyday life. I mean, I feel like this is the book of... I mean, we haven't seen it yet, but I feel like this may be the book that I've always wanted, where I've talked about, like, I want a book where I could just give it to my players and be like, you know this. Like, this is what you know without a knowledge check. Like, you just know this kind of stuff, which is so useful for roleplay, because, like, a lot of people may not have played through, 6 years of PFS and 7 APs. They might not get the gist of what life in Golarion is like. Heck, I've played for years, and I don't even get the gist of everything Galarian's like. There's a lot of questions I have, like, what does my character eat every day if they're from this region or this region? Stuff like that. And you shouldn't always have to roll knowledge checks for that, especially when it's, like, integral to your character. You shouldn't have to knowledge, what did I eat when I was growing up? Where did I play when I was a kid? What festivals did I attend? That's not knowledge checks. You should know that. So having this book of, like, maybe I should call it the DC 10 knowledge book. I don't know. The DC 5 knowledge book. I don't know. It's just cool. It's cool. And I'm not saying that's what the book is, because I don't know. But I'm saying that is what I take away from this description of the first paragraph and the idea behind it. For those who don't know, I'm pretty good at selectively forgetting everything I've written. And writing down my initial thoughts from stuff when I first hear about them, and then making sure that that's all I ever say, so I don't break any NDAs. All right, so let's open our next pack. You're in the God of Winter. Yeah, so like I said, I am really hyped the fact that I could become an affiliate soon, so I will have to open up a Discord, I guess. I don't know if anyone will want to join that. I mean, I'm in like 57. 60 now. I joined 3 more this week. I'm in like 60 Pathfinder 2nd Edition Discords already, and like maybe I'm only active in like 12 of them. So I feel like most people would just rather just hang out in No Direction or Arcane Mark or whatever. But, like, I do have a Discord that I just use to dump ideas and images of foxes and stuff. So, like, I could open that up, I guess, if people wanted a place to get announcements that when I go on stream. Announcements of when I post on No Direction. Announcements of when I have a new product coming out, I guess. But I feel kind of embarrassed saying that. So, say in chat or bug me on Discord if you think it would be a good idea for me to open my own Discord. Maybe after I get affiliate status on Twitch. We'll see. All right. So let's go back here to my slide focus. Is that the right tab, please? No, it isn't. Dustin focus? Website focus? No, it was slide focus. Why is that not working? Oh, because it turned off. Ha 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 ha. I'm clever. Yes, my document camera, I love it, but it is a little finicky. I have an article on No Direction about document cameras. If you Google No Direction document cameras, you'll probably find it. I do love using it for this, and it is also really nice if you want to paint minis on stream or just with your friends. It's also especially nice for playing Commander over the internet, playing Magic, playing any card game over the internet. Alright, so let's see what we got here. This is, Forgotten Realms. This is Dungeons & Dragons, Adventures in the Forgotten Realms, Magic the Gathering, pack number 2. Eyes of the Beholder. I feel like I can't do this on Paizo, just as the whole running gag if there's never any Beholders in Pathfinder. But, I don't know, maybe if I pull a Beholder, I'll also use the Eyes of the Beholder. But it'd be weird to use on anything that's not a Beholder, right? Deadly Dispute. Sacrifice an artifact, draw 2 cards, create a treasure. So it's about 2 party members killing each other for treasure. Man, that would be a brutal spell. That would be a fun demonic ability to give a creature, wouldn't it? You'd be like, if be honest about this. If 2 party members ever rolled off for an item or ever wanted a piece of treasure, they have to fight each other. They have to strike at one another, like just a strike if they're adjacent. Like, one strikes the other. That'd be pretty neat, wouldn't it? Like, make a will save or you fight each other. Or make a will save or attack one another for a round. That'd be really cool. You find a cursed idol. You either smash it, lift the curse, or steal its eyes. Oh, that's funny. That's a reference to what? That was the DMG for one of the first DMGs, right? Where they had the, or was it the Player's Handbook? Where they had that big fat statue and the rogue stealing its eyes. And they referenced that, like, in, 4 other books. I like that. Yeah, so you get to choose to either smash an artifact, lift the curse, destroy an enchantment, or steal its eyes and enter the dungeon. Yeah, it's weird, hard to make these enter the dungeon things into monster abilities. I suppose it could be a hazard, but I mean that's already a D&D hazard. If you want to use that, look up the original cursed relic. Potion of healing. It's a potion of healing. I could throw this on a creature. It's a potion of healing. Sacrifice it, gain 3 life, and enters the battlefield, draw a card. Yeah. Shortcut Seeker. When it deals combat damage to a player, enter into the dungeon. It finds the old trapdoor under the rug trick. Alright, cool. Yep, it's a rogue. It could easily find traps. Kind of neat. If I see another blue spell that I want to tack onto a creature, I might do that. As long as it's equipped, it has Menace. It's a menacing armory veteran. Oh, that's funny. It's, this one's for goblins, this one's for owlbears, this one's for toast. This one is for, okay. Yeah, it's a fighter who uses all these different types of weapons, and that's pretty menacing. Okay. That'd be funny. That'd be kind of fun to write up, just to have all these different abilities with all these different, traits. Yeah, it's going in the maybe pile. That'd be kind of fun. Here's a Warlock. Hired Hexblade enters the battlefield. If its mana was from a treasure, you draw a card and lose a life. I mean, it works with Deadly Dispute, having this treasure-bound Warlock. Okay, so it might work. Here's a Beholder. Ha! It either has an anti-magic cone or a fear ray. So I would literally just be statting up a Beholder. Tell me in chat if you want to see a Beholder in Pathfinder, because I'll do it. I'll totally do it. It's been done before, but I'll do it again. I'd also get Eyes of the Beholder here to just use all the eye rays at once and disintegrate somebody. So I'd have a Fear Ray, an Anti-Magic Cone, and a Disintegrate. Man, he'd probably be like a level 16, 17 Beholder. So that is the thing. Minimus Containment. All right, you trap somebody in a jewel. That's a thing. Prosperous Innkeeper. We have Innkeeper stats in the GMG already. This doesn't do anything particularly unique for itself other than being a halfling and dealing with treasure. Ray of Frost. Ray of Frost, it's classic. It's Ray of Frost. If I get a blue creature, it was Shortcut Seeker would cast Ray of Frost, but I still kind of don't want to do Shortcut Seeker. Keen-Eyed Sentry. You have Hexproof. That's such a good ability on a level 2 creature. Each opponent can't venture into the dungeon more than once each turn. So he guards a dungeon? I'm just not getting it. Monk class. So I could add the monk class to any of my blue or white creatures. Although a monk beholder would be pretty funny, wouldn't it? Like fast movement, key powers on a beholder. Oh, that'd be crazy. The second spell you cast costs 1 each turn. Oh, I've heard this is really good in standard right now. Like busted good. The second spell costs 1 turn less to cast. When it becomes level 2, you return up to 1 thing to its owner's hand. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile a top card, and you could cast it as long as you've cast another spell. Oh, so it's all about like flurrying key powers. That's pretty cool. I mean, it's a monk. I'd tack this on and give it flurry of blows. A green dragon. It has poison breath. I had no other green spells that I would really want to combine with this, but that's pretty cool. It's a foil green dragon. I like that. I mean, how many green dragons are there in Magic? I know there's Canopy Dragon from Mirage. There's the Tarkir dragons. Of course, there's the Kamigawa legendary green dragon. But not too many. Look how nice that foiling is. I love how they didn't foil the dragon itself so much, so its breath really pops. Check that out. Oh, that's pretty. I love these packs. I use pre-release packs for all my streaming shows because you always get foils or alt art or other cool accessories. I got this cool planes that has flavor text. Fun. And I got a fairy dragon. Look how smiley happy he is. Isn't that the sweetest little fairy dragon you've ever seen? Look at how happy that fairy dragon is. I'm going to keep that fairy dragon up while I quickly think about what we want to do here. Baleful Beholder. So I could either do a Beholder. I think the Beholder is the more interesting one. I think it's the one people actually want. So I'm going to do the Beholder. I mean, there are other packs where I could get a Thief or somebody like, but how many packs are you going to get a Beholder in? It's like this or nothing. I'll admit, if I got Xanatos or whatever his name is, I would, I'd go for that in a heartbeat. The legendary Beholder, the one from Waterdeep, Waterreach. I don't know. All right, let's do this way then. Gotta save Cauldrig real quick. Booster Bestiary, save, turn over, save. All right, so Baleful Beholder. There's no alt art for this. Oh, there is an alt art for this. You want to see the alt art for this? I want to see the alt art for this. Oh, let's go over to the website. So the alt art for Baleful Beholder is right here. Look at that. Classic. Classic. I wish I got that one now. Man, that's awesome art. I mean, traditional D&D art is kind of neat. But no, we will use the art that I cracked. Because them's the rules that I just made up. No, I've kind of been using them all along. There we go. Baleful Beholder and Beholder, Eyes of the Beholder. Alright, copy image link there. And copy, 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 copy. Beholder. Let's do Beholder 3.5 D&D. I know I'm cheating a little bit here, but that's fine. I just want to double check. Oh, right, because the Beholder's not in the... Yeah, I knew that. All right, here we go. So Beholders usually have... Cool. So I got the stats for a CR13 Beholder up here just so I can make sure that I remember that they have high con, high charisma, high intelligence, low wisdom, very low strength, and moderate dex. Cool, cool, cool. So it looks like a spellcaster of some kind. All right, so let's go. New monster. We will go... what do we do for base roadmaps? Let's see. He's like a... Beholders are like intelligence-based casters, kind of. Let's go intelligence spellcaster and see what happens. So, Beholders, they are large, lawful evil. I thought Beholders were chaotic evil. Beholders are lawful evil. I'll be darned. I've never actually used a Beholder as a GM before, I gotta admit. I fought them, but they were just kind of in the dungeon. They were never like named. They were just kind of there. So let's power through Beholder as quickly as we can, shall we? So we're going to make him a level 13 large aberration. That's easy enough to do. Let's make him lawful evil. He is just an aberration. That's what they are. They are like classic aberration, you know? For languages, he'll have Aklo. They have telepathy, right? I'm pretty sure they have telepathy. Aklo, Common, Draconic, Infernal, Undercommon. Good enough for me. Undercommon. Great. They will have low strength. They will have moderate dex. They will have high constitution. They will have extreme intelligence. They will have moderate wisdom, low wisdom. They will have terrible strength, actually. Not terrible, but below low. This was +2. And they will have high charisma. High? No, they'll have like a +6. All right. Their AC is traditionally pretty high. They have pretty high AC, pretty high hit points, actually. Wow. And they usually resist everything but cold iron. That's crazy. Is that right, though? Let me double check that really quick. Usually monsters have... Here we have it. Wizards of the Coast site wrecked it. All right, that's fine. We're gonna make our own thing. They usually use, I mean, they have high cons, so they're gonna have high hit points. And they have only moderate dex. So, yeah, its AC is just gonna be moderate. Its hit points are gonna be high. That's how we'll do it. And then its saving throws, its will is high. They're all moderate-ish. Like, one's a little higher than the other, sure, but we'll figure that out. Like, will is like +24, reflex is like +20, and fortitude is like +23, +22. There we go, that works. Do they have any special defenses against magic normally? They do not. Cool. I mean, they have their anti-magic eye. We know that. They usually have a bite, and an effect varies on their range eye, but they do have to hit with the eye. That's cool. Okay, cool. All right, skills. They will need Bluff, Intimidate, Knowledge Arcana. There's a Perception, Sense Motive, Spellcraft. They have a really high Perception because of all their eyes. So we're going to give them extreme perception because of all the eyes. And they get all-around vision, which I'm not sure if that's still called that in Pathfinder 2. They also have dark vision because they are aberrations, which is fine. They have resistance to... They have weakness to cold iron. So cold iron 10. They have no immunities, no resistances other than their high hit points, which you probably want to use cold iron to get rid of this thing. Let's give it higher than that. Let's give it 15 to cold iron, because he has a ton of hit points. We don't want that to bog down a battle when he has all these awesome abilities as well. Speed. What is their normal speed? They're slow usually, aren't they? Yeah, they're incredibly slow. So 5 foot speed, 10 foot fly speed, 10 feet fly, 10 fly. Why have I suddenly forgotten how to write down fly speeds? Dragon. Adult red dragon has blue. Fly. You say fly and then the speed. I knew that. Who said I didn't know that? Fly 10 feet. Great. All right. They're going to hit a lot with the eye. That's going to have a really high attack because it just does the effect. That's eye raise. So let's give it its melee attack, which is its stalk, I believe. Bite. Right. Of course, he has big teeth. How do I forget that? So bite. It's its only attack. Let's make it moderate for a little bit higher than moderate. For moderate damage, that's fine. It's just a bite. Yep. And then I guess it'd be called Jaws in this edition. And then its ranged attack is Eye Ray. And damage, C, Eye Rays. Or should I say 0 plus Eye Rays? Or just Eye Rays. C, Eye Rays. Cool. So this is a range of 120 feet. Range. And the attack bonus on this will be a plus 29. That is ranged. Great. I gotta give it telekinetic focus. Concentrates telekinesis raise a swift action. When it does so, it can make fine manipulations like turning a doorknob or writing with a pen. Any turnable holder. Yeah. So we're just gonna copy and paste telekinetic focus here from 3.5. So telekinetic focus, because I do not plan on selling any of these monsters. These are all absolutely free. Insert the OGL here or whatever. It's not even OGL. It's just fan made, nothing. So this is a one action. Telekinesis is conjuration, evocation. Telekinesis is, yeah, sure. All right. But that is its last ability. We need to do these first abilities first, and that will be easy. So, Eye Ray. Offense. Eye Ray is a single action. Actually, that makes me make it not want to be an attack. Get rid of that attack. So, Eye Ray is a range attack, 120 foot range. I don't even think that'd be a trait. I think that's just a thing. Okay, so a beholder can fire. How many can it use here? A beholder. Normally in the original game, it could fire 4 eyes around. Let's just do 1 eye, 1 ray for 1 action. Can fire 1 ray. As a ranged attack with a plus 29 bonus against a target within 120 feet. Against a target. 1, 2, 3. Oops. A beholder can fire 1 ray as a ranged attack with plus 29 bonus against a target within 120 feet. There we go. A creature struck is affected by a spell heightened to 6th level, 7th level, 7th level. Except that it only affects the target struck. The save DC, target struck, DC, what is the save for this? 33. 33. Each spell uses a DC of 33 when applicable. And the attack roll used to fire the ray when applicable. To fire the ray when applicable. Yeah, that works fine. All right, so traditionally you have Charm Monster. Does that parentheses itself? No, it doesn't. Of course not. It should be in caps, though. Charm Monster. Disintegrate. Enervation. You have to have Fear, because that's on the card. Fear. Finger of Death. I'll have to check all these to make sure they could actually Dinger of Death. Okay. I have to make sure these are actually all in castable as a 7th level spell. I think they are, though. Flesh to Stone. Hold Monster. Sleep. Slow and Telekinesis. Perfect. Normally it gets to pick its ray. Oh. So Snapshot is an immediate action. Charm Monster is my favorite Pokemon. Oh, thank you there. Thank you there, Script. Charm Monster. Charm Monster. Okay, thank you. That's good. I'm going to make this a 2-action because he's casting spells. But then I'm going to make a 1-action Snapshot. A beholder can fire an eye ray as a single. Roll randomly 1d10 to determine what ray is fired when using Snapshot. The beholder fires a single ray. A beholder can only use Snapshot once per round. Comma, but it does not count as a ray fired using eye ray. Because normally you could only fire 1 ray per round. Once this creature is accepted only if it's a target struck. A beholder can only fire each ray once per round. Which, I know he's like 2 actions, but I don't know. He could get some kind of weird Omni haste that doesn't exist. Great. And the Anti-Magic Cone. The infamous Anti-Magic Cone. Magic Cone. This was always what made beholders brutal in our my first D&D game. Once we got to like level 15 or 16, our wizard could polymorph into a beholder and just anti-magic ray the enemy, and the fight was pretty much over. And then when we got to like level 18, it was like body outside body, let me clone myself, but my clone still had all my buffs. So shape change, body outside body, we'd have like 1 beholder, 2 red dragons, and 2 titans. It's like, yeah, that's totally fair for a PC to just be able to do that with casting of a 7th and a 9th level spell, and it lasts like an hour. Yeah, that's why we don't play that edition anymore. Offense, Anti-Magic Cone. It will have the Abjuration trait for sure. I ratio have the magic trait. Just universal magics. There's so many different schools there. I guess it could also have the Occult trait, Arcane trait. Arcane. There we go. It should have that too then. Arcane. And Arcane. And Arcane Evocation. There we go. So Anti-Magic Cone. A beholder's central eye emits anti-magic as an anti-magic field in a 150-foot cone. It may open or close its central eye as a free action. If a beholder is damaged by a critical hit, it may not open its central eye for 1d4 rounds. I prefer the enhanced form Charguard. Charm Guard, eh? That's pretty good. Alright, cool. So we got it. Oh, I never read that up there. Baleful Beholder. Perfect. So we have ourselves... Oh, I forgot skills. How dare I? He has Extreme Arcana. He has... What do they usually have? I said it earlier. Sense Motive, Spellcraft is not a thing anymore. Let's give him Moderate Intimidation. Let's give him a little higher than Moderate. Let's give him... What is he? Low Charisma? High Charisma. Let's give him, yeah, High Intimidation, sure. Do they usually have... Oh, and Bluff. Let's give him Moderate Bluff. Let's give him low Athletics. I always like putting Athletics. And let's give him... Where is Bluff? Bluff. Deception. Moderate Bluff. Let's give him Moderate... No, I don't want to give him Moderate Society. He's just a cave in the artwork. If this was that Legendary Beholder, I'd give him a higher Society, but... this one will get Occultism? Nah, Society, Stealth, Survival. No, we're good here. This is good. Alright, we're good. We have a Baleful Beholder. Awesome. 1 hour. I did it. Alright, thank you everyone for showing up. I will be posting this on social media when I can. I am going to reformat that so it's not a giant list of spells like that, but instead more like this to conserve size. But yes, thank you very much everyone for showing up. I had a great time. Please show up on Friday because we're going to have an awesome review and you don't want to miss out on Borikubos, the Lost Isles, campaign setting, archetypes, spells, magic items, base class, the shaman, everything. It's going to be great. We're going to have a great time this Friday on this channel on Infinite Reviews. Also, check out No Direction, check out Arcane Mark, check out all the Pathfinder you can because it's an amazing hobby and culture, and you're going to love every minute of it. Thank you very much for showing up. Have yourself a wonderful week, and don't forget to spend your hero points because you probably forgot about them.